was wondering where you'd be at this time, but I guess it was exactly where I planned, huh? Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to attack you or anything, but getting you alone in an empty classroom like this, well, it's a little too good to be true, don't you think? It's like all of the stars have aligned to bring me this moment, and I'm not one to pass it up, I guess. Now, honestly, I don't really have any good plan for this, but this is too convenient of a timing to let it go, even if I haven't necessarily taken the time to plan out what I want to do to you. But let's make this short and sweet, shall we? I won't be too long. I won't take up too much of your time. In fact, I'll probably be out of your hair before 15 minutes passes. I don't want to do anything too bad, at least not on school grounds. I may be kind of a dick, but even I'll follow the rules occasionally. So listen, what I want to do is just plant a couple seeds in your head. Try to get you to think about what I have to offer. And I guarantee you, once you've had a taste, you'll be coming back for more. I don't mean to be cocky, but it's just one of those things that you know will probably work. It's like intuition. Maybe we're especially compatible. Or maybe I'm just reading into it too deep. Who knows, honestly. At this point, I'll take what I can get. You still don't know what this is about. I guess I shouldn't expect you to. You've never been especially smart in that way. Listen, I know you've been looking at me, and I know that occasionally I'll do something that I think is a little on the mean side, try to rile you up. And it does, but not in the way that I think it would. So, my thoughts are, you get off on me bullying you, which, let's be honest here, isn't a nice thought for me to have. I mean, sure, I like the reactions that I get out of you, but to know that you like what I do, it's kind of fucked up, Like, what kind of sick person finds pleasure from this? But honestly, at this point, I might as well use it to my advantage, now shouldn't I? I mean, I'd be kind of an idiot not to take advantage of it. I mean, let's be real with ourselves for a second. We're both traditionally attractive people. I'm hot, you're hot. I don't think there's any point in denying it. So, if what I do pleases you so much, well, how good would it feel if I actually tried, I can tell you're thinking about it because you aren't saying anything. If you really didn't like that idea, you would be flustered, but not in the way that you normally are. You'd be outraged embarrassed, but not curious. And I can tell you're curious because you've been eyeing me up and down and up and down. Honestly, your eyes are like an elevator during a corporate rush hour. It's just too obvious. And I can read you like a book. Now, I don't want to hear you telling me about how I'm wrong or how I'm mistaken now. You could have said that, 30 seconds ago, a minute ago, and maybe it would have been a reasonable, justifiable response, but now you're just doing it because you're embarrassed, but because I've found you out. I've read you, and now you're shy about it, so obviously the natural instinct is to deny everything. But that doesn't mean you believe what you say, does it? I mean, I know I'm not wrong. I've spent way too much time and way too much effort figuring you out to know that I'm wrong. I mean, let's be honest here. If I were doing this to get your attention positively, you'd call me a stalker. But I've spent so much time, dogging on you, making your days feel like just a little bit worse, that I know what makes you tick, and I know what you like, because you react differently. And I know that you like what I do almost all the time. And it's sort of sickening, But at the same time, now you've got me curious. Because who knew that being myself would get me into a situation like this, right? I mean, that's what people always say, but I never thought they'd be right. Okay. Well, I'm tired of hearing you talk about how I'm wrong, so I'd rather you just shut up and, you know what, you should, get up on the counter. Yeah, right now. You fucking heard me. I'm not saying it just to say it, just do it. Now. There we go. And now, spread your legs a little bit. Don't worry, I'm not lying to you. I'm not gonna take that much of your time. But oh boy, isn't this a nice, comfortable spot for me to be in? Right in between your legs. It's like the perfect height, too. Maybe these classroom counters have something going on. We should come back here sometime. Maybe after school. But for now, you'll just have to kiss me. Well, look what we have here. I know you said you didn't like it, but actions speak louder than words, and you didn't seem to hesitate very much there, did you? Okay, I'll stop talking. Honestly, I should probably get going before I take up too much of your time. It's just a smart move. can tell you don't want me to go. Because you're pushing against me even when I'm trying to pull away. Listen, how about I come back here tonight after class ends, late enough so that any extracurriculars are already over, and then I'll take you to town for a couple hours without actually going anywhere. How does that sound? Great. I'll see you then.